Okay, good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, depending on when you're watching this. Today's video will show you how to get a domain name and get some web hosting, both of which you'll need if you're going to have a website up somewhere. For domain name registration, I prefer to use namecheap.com. There are a variety of places out there you can register a domain. GoDaddy is one of the bigger ones. I prefer not to use GoDaddy. There have been a lot of stories about GoDaddy being very strict as far as complaints, like spam complaints, and shutting accounts down. They supposedly have a zero tolerance policy. If there's any kind of spam complaint, they will shut the account down, which is not going to be good for you if this is your web business and your source of income, and they shut it down. You might think, oh, I'd never spam, but if you start having affiliates pushing your product, you could certainly have an affiliate that may decide spamming is the best way to get contacts. And if that affiliate is spamming people with information for your product, it's going to come back to you. So I use Namecheap. So you want to go to namecheap.com. You'll need to set up an account. On the main page, little thing right here says sign up for free account. Click it, sign up for your account, name, email. They'll send you the confirmation email. You'll be good to go to log in. So put in your information and log into your account. The first thing you need to do, obviously, is pick a domain name if you haven't picked one already. Ideally, it would be best if you choose something that's niche specific, geared towards whatever your particular niche is going to be. For example, say you're choosing dog training. You would want something like dogtraining.com. There are a bunch of places in here that you could type in to check and see if the name's available. In your main account settings, there's a little window right up here. You can just click in dog training. You don't have to put in the .com. It's already here for you. Just hit the go button and it will go search for available names and see if dogtraining.com is available. If it's not, down below they will show you other choices. As you can see, dog training is very popular. None of them are available. In an instance like this, if the name you want is not available in a .com, which is the preferred extension, you could try something like maybe your name, mikesdogtraining.com. Something to keep the keywords in your domain name. mikesdogtraining.com is available. So you could use something like that. You could use something like dog training reviews. Anything that keeps the main keyword in the title. Once you've got the name, you want to go ahead and register it. Now, one other thing to keep in mind, if you'd prefer not to go niche specific, say you have a bunch of ideas for different things that you're going to be selling through your site, you could choose a generic name. mikeswebbiz.com, and then set up your niches as subdomains. So your address would be www.mikeswebbiz.com/dogtraining/basket-weaving/ whatever you pick. The drawback to doing it like that is down the road, if you decide to sell it, if somebody offers you a bag full of money for the site, you're not going to be able to give them the benefit of having a place set up that you can just turn over to them. You have to pull the site down. They'll have to register a domain name, set it up. They lose the benefit of all the traffic and the search engine optimization that they would get. The benefit of doing something like this is much cheaper. You don't have to register and pay, $9.69 per name for each name that you register. In the long run, you're better off registering the individual names. But if money's real tight, you're just starting out, this is certainly another option. So anyhow, you've got your name, you're set to go. Go ahead and click Add to Cart and go through the checkout. Once you've checked out and got the name, they will assign what is called a DNS, Domain Name Server. This points people to where your site is residing. Most people do not use their registrar for web hosting. You certainly can. Most of them offer it. It's usually pretty inexpensive, but you're not going to get a lot of the benefits that you'll get from other big name hosting companies. I use a company called GVO. A little more expensive probably, but a lot of the larger name marketers, Mike Filsame for one, uses GVO. For the titanium account, which I have, it's $44.95 a month. A lot of people say that's a lot of money, but that also includes a reseller account, so I can go ahead and set up and sell people hosting. Set them up with their own cPanel, their own account, and they pay me hosting fee every month. That's all included in the $44.95. GVO also offers a ton of other stuff, video hosting, just a variety of stuff that you won't get at a lot of other places. If that's too much and you don't want to spend that much, they also have cheaper accounts, but there's also another company that's very well known, very good hosting, HostGator.com. They're less expensive, but they don't have as many bells and whistles as GVO does. I prefer GVO, but again, if money's tight, HostGator is very good. No reason not to use them. Anyhow, once you've got your domain name set up and you pick a web host, the first thing that you need to get from the web host is what their DNS domain name server is. When you sign up with GVO, they'll send you an email that looks like this, and it has your DNS information right here. You always have two. You have the main one, and then you have a backup one. This is the information you're going to need to put in where you registered the name. So you would go back to namecheap.com, and you want to go to manage your domains. Grab the domain name. I love working on the web. We'll use that. Click on it, and then go to where it says domain name server setup, and put in your domain name servers right here. This will point the domain name servers to GVO, where your site's going to reside. Now they'll tell you it can take 24 up to 48 hours for this to propagate across the web. Every time that I've done it with Namecheap and GVO, it's been done within minutes. By the time that I type the information in here and hit save changes, I go back to GVO and it's already pointing there and ready to go. I can't tell you that yours will happen that fast. It's always happened that fast when I've used Namecheap and GVO, but other ones can obviously take 24 to 48 hours. Also, when you first come in here, this will be clicked because when you first set up the name, they have to have a domain name server pointing somewhere, so they're going to use their own. So you'll click here, you specify custom DNS server, put in your domain name servers here. These will be what you use if you have GVO. HostGator's will be something different, so will everybody else's. Anyhow, once you've got that done and set up, you'll want to go into what is called cPanel. The cPanel is your control panel at your web host. Generally, to access it, you'll just type in your domain name /cPanel. So I'd put in iloveworkingwiththeweb.com/cPanel, ask for a password, and it'll log me in. The cPanel gives you access to everything on your site, all the different options and things you can do, your preferences, all your email stuff, your file stuff, all the logs, keeping track of everything, security, domains, setting up subdomains, your databases. A big thing you want to look for in a web host is one, cPanel, and two, if they offer Fantastico. Fantastico is if you're not real good at setting up scripts and not sure what you're doing, Fantastico will do it for you pretty much with one click. Like that, and click the button, and it's done. You don't have to do anything else. Very important, good to have. Okay, I think that pretty much covered everything. I hope this helped you and you got some good information out of it. If you need anything clarified or just need some more help with it, you're certainly welcome to email me. Thanks for watching.